Founded in Carrington in 1878, Manchester United was originally named Newtown Heath when railway workers from Lancashire and Yorkshire Railways formed the team. Their first match was against the Blackburn Olympic Reserves in 1883. In 1892, they entered the Football League. They were in the first division before being relegated 2 years later. Meanwhile, all of this was happening when the city of Manchester was growing at a very fast pace.
During the 90s, Manchester finally hit 1 million in population. Around then, also local businesses took responsibility of the club and renamed it Manchester United in 1902. They were responsible for the victory of the 1908 First Division title, followed by an FA Cup in 1909. The club soon shifted to their new stadium, Old Trafford, in 1910 and
After the Second World War, the club appointed Matt Busby as their head coach. He predominantly used players from their youth system and reshaped the way they could play football. This strategy proved to be successful, with the team winning back-to-back titles from 1955-1957, with the average age being 21 in their entire squad. The team were nicknamed the Busby Babes.
In 1958, after a game against Red Star Belgrade in the European Cup, the team were on a plane back to England. There were a few failed takeoffs and one in particular crashed the plane. 8 of the 11 players in the starting 11 died during the crash. Harry Gregg and Sir Bobby Charlton were 2 important players who survived the crash. It took roughly 10 years till they started winning trophies like the European Cup in 1968.
Almost 17 years of mediocre managers under Manchester United, after retirement of Sir Matt Busby in 1969, they appointed Alex Ferguson. His first 4 years were very difficult, but they did eventually win their first division title in 1993 for the first time since 1967. He went on to win more Premier League titles than any other manager during the 90s and 2000s. He also added an additional 5 FA Cups and 2 Champions Leagues. He is the only manager to win a treble in the English top flight. He retired in 2013 after 26 years.
The times after Sir Alex Ferguson left were abysmal for a club like United at the time. They recorded the worst title defense in years, finishing 7th, managed by David Moyes and in turn Ryan Giggs. They never won a title after Sir Alex Ferguson left ever since, and the only major successes were FA Cups, Community Shields and 1 Europa League. They went through 3 managers at the time, such as David Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. The current manager right now is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he hasn't won a trophy since his appointment. The Glacier family bought the club back in 2005 after securing a loan. The owner at the time was Malcolm Glacier, but after his death in 2014 it was passed down to his sons Joel and Avram. The Glaciers were regarded as very unpopular by the football world and the Manchester United fans itself, because they took an estimated £1 billion from the club and left them in numerous debts. The fans stated that the club is run like a bank rather than a football club itself, after barely any divestments of players and more into brands.
2021, Cristiano Ronaldo made a triumphant return to Manchester United. This all happened when Man City were trying to sign him for themselves as a replacement for Sergio Aguero. After his agent Jorge Mendes offered him to both clubs though, he chose Manchester United because of the history. So far this season, as of now, he has 3 goals in 3 games.